Lina, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am a lover of beauty and makeup, and eyeshadow palettes are my absolute weakness or obsession, if you want to call it that way. So this is part 2 of my eyeshadow palette collection. Part 1 included all my Avon eyeshadow palettes. I have restarted my makeup journey with Avon a few years ago. I used to be a rep, so it kind of made sense to build my makeup collection with Avon just to see what the products are like. But if you're not interested in that, then this video is for you. This includes all of my non-Avon eyeshadow palettes. We have different brands, and there are quite a few palettes, that is. If however you are interested in seeing my Avon eyeshadow palette collection, that will be linked up here and in the description box. I have the same hair, yeah, so it's a little bit messy. I can't deal with it today. But you won't see my face throughout this video except for the outro, so I'm hoping that's okay. Okay, so these are my eyeshadow palettes. I think the most I have of is Profusion and then maybe Elf. And then we have some Illamasqua, some Revolution Pro, but yeah, we'll go through them one by one. I'm going to start with a with the duos. So I'm going to take all of these away. Okay, so for duos, I have this little duo from Elf, which, to be fair, I don't really use that much. It came in a gift set. This shade is nice, but this one, the glitter kind of like falls all over the face. It does swatch really nice though. This one I've just recently bought from a discount makeup store, and I actually really enjoy it. That shade doesn't swatch the best, but it's really nice on the eyes, and actually I like wearing it over the silver. It just creates a really nice shade. Okay, and then I have this duo from Inika, which I got through Latest in Beauty. I would never pay full price for this. I don't think it's good enough to warrant a full price. It's quite an expensive brand, Inika. And we have this khaki shade, which, as you can tell from the swatch, it requires a lot of building up. I'll try to do it on my palm, see if we get a better swatch. Nope. It's there on my finger. But yeah, it requires quite a bit of building up. And then we have this cream matte shade, which is alright for a cream shade. You know, nothing exciting about it. But yeah, not the best. Okay, I do have a trio, which I had for 15 years, I think. I bought this from Romania when I used to live there. And it still swatches really pretty, but I just don't put it on my eyes anymore. It's sentimental right now. From 17, if anyone remembers 17. Okay, I have quads next. So let's start with this Illamasqua one. This is a cream shadow quad. They are really nice. But I have to be careful when I wear this because they will crease on me. On the quad is liquid metal. Then we have these two from Elf. The cream and sugar one and the hot jalapeno, which I'm sure everyone is very used to and knows what they are like. But anyway, this is the cream and sugar. And let's do a couple of shades from this one. Oh, still wet there. Let's do this green one. That's a really nice green. And then speaking of Elf, I also have the 18 Hit Wonders palette, which is both warm toned and cool toned. And my favorite shades are Moss, Element, Vibrant is really nice as well. So Moss, Element, Vibrant. These darker shades over here are not the best, but the rest are really nice. Summer. That's quite a nice shade there. Supreme and Penny. Okay, these are brands I only have one palette from them. So let's start with Smashbox. This is a very warm tone palette. It has some nice shades, but then this dark brown there is not the best. It swatches well, but it doesn't blend that well on the eyes. I mostly use it for instead of eyeliner, but other than that, it's a nice palette, nice warm tone palette, ideal for the fall or autumn. Then let's do the Zoeva Caramel Melange. This is like the mini version of it. Just a 6-pan palette, really travel friendly, very warm tone. As you can tell. And then I swatch this as well. Yep. Then these two I'm not actually that impressed with, but they're fine for everyday makeup or if you work in a more conservative place. So we have this Kiko one. This is the Conscious Vegan Eyeshadow Palette in shade Less is More. And that's what she looks like. I think this shade is barely showing up. You can even tell on my finger it's barely showing up. This shade is really nice. That's nice. This one. And then we have this more grayish ones. Actually, this is more of a purpley grey. And then a proper grey. They work well on their own. It's just combining them together doesn't really work that well. They kind of like disappear into each other unless you use something very contrasting. But yeah, if you want one and done eyeshadows, then this is alright. And then I have the nudes from Maybelline. Same issues as the other one. If you start combining them, they kind of like disappear into each other. But it's okay for one and done eyeshadows. Or maybe using a few as like base shades or blending shades. Okay, next we have Revolution Pro. I have this Mischief Mattes in Regeneration Trends Mischief Mattes, and then the Revolution Pro Moments Enchanting palette. This I have a video on if you want to watch it, and I also have is it one look on my Instagram or 2 looks? I'm not quite sure. That will be linked in the description box. Right, with Revolution eyeshadows, I find them quite hit and miss, but this one, the Mischief Mattes, is absolutely gorgeous, and the mattes are all blending very nicely, really nice pigment to them as well. So let's do that one, and that one. So that's usually darker colors, especially Revolution darker colors. I've found them in the past quite tricky to blend and to work with and quite patchy, but these ones are really nice. And then let's do one more. This yellow one I've kind of like used a lot because it's a nice basic yellow shade if you need if you want to do something with yellows. Okay, let's do a green. Let's do this one as well. So a very nice rainbow palette, which is also very affordable. So if you're looking for a rainbow palette that's quite affordable, I quite recommend this one. Okay, and this is part of their 6-pan palette, and I went for the green one. And I quite enjoy these shades here. And the shade. Very nice shades. And some of the shades in it are reminiscent of the Colourpop Mandalorian palette, the child palette, sorry. This is quite special to me. It's the only Colourpop I own, and it's also Star Wars themed, so I got this. They had a one day only free shipping international, no minimum spend, so I took advantage. I'll swatch them side by side, the colors that I think are similar. Oh, they're not that similar. So we can see a little bit of a comparison there. I think these two shades are the most similar there. And we have this one, which is really nice. What else? I'm not that crazy for glitter shades, but this is quite nice. And then that's the darker brown and the darker green. Really nice quality. Okay, so I was trying to get through this video without using wipes, but my reusable makeup pads are not up to this. They already have to go in the wash. And I still have palettes to go through. So we've got ABH and then Profusion. So I have this Dream Glow Kit from ABH. Both of these are, again, special to me because they were present from my fiance. And he bought this one thinking that it was an eyeshadow palette, and I actually do use it as an eyeshadow palette. I can't get away with this colors on my face. So let's do some swatches. This is a very glittery type of formula, which is not exactly my favorite, but whenever I want something very sparkly, I go for this. And oh my goodness, I can't get the glitter off. And then we have Modern Renaissance, which I'm sure everyone is very familiar with by now. This is how mine looks like. What I will do, instead of giving you swatches of this, which I'm sure you've seen everywhere and you can find everywhere, is actually compare it to this one from Profusion, which is called Amber Eyes. This is more recent in my collection, but to me it is a very similar palette to the Modern Renaissance one. So I'll swatch the shimmers in both palettes. So you can see how similar they are. The shimmers in the Profusion ones seem to be a little bit more reflective. And then we can do some mattes. Yeah, these are the lightest ones, so they don't show up that well. But let's do some darker ones. Let's do this one. Whoops, that one's crumbly. And then let's do some darker ones in Modern Renaissance. So shimmer wise, I think Profusion is superior, but matte wise, Anastasia is superior. And these are the rest of my Profusion palettes. I will start with the pink nudes. This is the only one that I'm like a little bit not that impressed with. We have a couple of very crumbly shades, which is this, you can even see this blush, and then this one here. They do swatch really nice, and and this blush is quite pigmented as well. You can use it on the eyes as well. But it does have some really nice shades. Swatch these two. And this one. And even the highlighting shades, they look really nice on the eyes as well. I did get this one from TK Maxx, so it could be that it was old stock and why some of the shades are a little bit more crumbly. I don't know. But the rest are from Profusion. Then, oh, this one is from TK Maxx as well. But yeah, let's do this one. This one I have no problems with. So it's an all shimmers palette, and my favorite shades are Destiny, Majesty, and Illusion, which I'll give you swatches of. And all these shimmers are very intense. It's another gold shimmer. You can see how intense and shimmery the shimmers are. Okay, and then we have the Classics palette, which I'm really enjoying. Is warm neutral palette. Let's do. So that's the matte, kind of like a crease shade. And then the shimmers again are intense and superb. And the black is quite black as well. And then the newest in my collection is the Wanderlust palette, which I haven't had a chance to use all the shades of yet. But I will give you some swatches of some shades that I really like. Gravity, Majesty is the same as from the Shimmers palette. Shell, so that's all shimmers here. I am still to use some of these darker mattes, but I will swatch them. And they do seem to swatch absolutely lovely. It's also swatched Love Story, Nimbus, and Cruise. I've all swatched these and are lovely. That's a bit crumbly, but it's okay. Now look at that one. Yeah, it's an absolutely superb palette. Kind of like green, blues, purples, pinks. So this is my eyeshadow palette collection. If you own any of these palettes, I would love to know which ones are your favorite, what do you think of them, what do you think of the formula. It would be nice to chat about things like that. And before you go, I would love if you check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!